tomorrow is the deadline for RCMP officers to file their claims in what's being called a landmark lawsuit. But lawyers are telling the court they need more time. Former RCMP Commissioner Bob Paulson issued an apology back in 2016. And while the federal government set aside $100 million for a payout to former and current female officers claiming sexual harassment or gender discrimination. Now lawyers believe nearly triple the amount of women could file, and they are asking for a 100-day extension. One of those lawyers is Megan McPhee. She is our guest in studio this morning. Good to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Just before we begin, we reached out to the RCMP for comment on this story. They did send us a response. Here's what they had to say. The RCMP is committed to providing a safe and respectful workplace, free of discrimination and harassment. When the class action settlement was announced, the RCMP issued an apology and a detailed statement that acknowledged shortcomings and expressed profound regret for the treatment received by many women in the RCMP. Work is well underway on all of the change initiatives that were included in the Merlot-Davidson settlement agreement. So what is your reaction to the RCMP statement?
Well, I think the apology was a very important part of the settlement, and the change initiatives that the RCMP mentioned are also a truly important part of this settlement. Many of the class members have expressed to us that while the compensation elements are important, what they're really looking for was for the RCMP to change and to be a safe place for women to work going forward.
How many women were you first expecting to join this lawsuit? And you said the number could triple. How many do you expect that to be finally?
So when the settlement was presented to the court for approval, we had estimated approximately 1,000 women might come forward and file claims, and that was what the $100 million was based on. The settlement is uncapped, so all meritorious claims or all approved claims will receive compensation. But right now we're expecting 4,000 women may come forward and file claims. As of yesterday, we had about 1,700 had opened files, and another approximately 1,700 had already filed their claims.
Why do you think the number will triple?
I think the environment has really changed since the settlement was negotiated and approved by the court. We've seen the rise of the Me Too movement in the fall. We've also seen the discussions surrounding the issues with Harvey Weinstein and all the discussions coming out of Hollywood with Me Too, with Time's Up. And I think that's prompting a lot of women to think about sharing their stories, to find out what's involved in making a claim, and particularly when they understand the confidentiality protections that are in place, they want to come forward and they want to make a claim, they want to have their stories heard.
If the deadline holds, what happens?
So right now, we have a February 8th deadline, but on consent, the parties have gone to the court and have asked for a 100-day extension to that. And I think the consent component is very important to this. The parties recognize that giving women another 100 days to be able to come forward to file their claims really promotes the goals of the settlement, that women are able to receive compensation.
What are the nature of some of the claims, Megan?
So we've heard a broad range of allegations. Women explicitly being told that they're not going to advance in their workplace due to their gender. Women who've received unwanted sexual advances from colleagues, from superiors, and women who unfortunately have also been subject to sexual assaults.
Are all of these claims ones that had been filed previously with the RCMP?
A lot of the women have not previously filed their claims with the RCMP because there's such a deep-seated fear of retaliation. And again, that's where the confidentiality under the settlement comes in. So a lot of the members who are filing claims are currently serving members. So they can file their claim and they don't have to worry about what's going to happen with their colleagues while they're continuing to serve within the force.
All right, we'll be watching as the deadline date approaches. Thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.